Welcome everybody to My AI Live. Today is Friday, December 27th. Isn't that crazy? This whole year is almost over. Now, you know what that means though. That means a brand new year is about ready to start. And so we've been talking a lot about that, especially through the month of December. We've been talking about challenges. We've been talking about offers. We've been talking about whisper campaigns. We've been talking about all these things. January is a really neat time of year because, first of all, usually after right at New Year's is when everybody is kind of like thinking about what is it I want now? You reflect on the year that you've had and you think, where do I want to go now? And so a lot of people, unfortunately, are going to be thinking, I'm in the exact same place I was last year. How did that happen? And it's surprising as we get older how much time flies, right? It goes fast. Like this year flew by. I like it was like January. Now it's December. It's like what the heck? So for those of us who are building a business and who have been focused in a direction that we have been working towards, we probably have some things to celebrate this year. Maybe it's internal growth, maybe it's foundational growth, maybe it's outside growth. Remember, everything we do is usually the iceberg first before it ever shows on the outside. That's why people look at us sometimes and say, well, if nothing's working for you, I don't see anything. Well, you know what? The Titanic didn't see the iceberg either, but it was a lot bigger than what they thought. So, the iceberg has a lot of effect, right? And so some doing a lot of that work, but we need to be able to celebrate all of those things. We need to be able to celebrate the internal work, the foundational work, because that's the work that actually sets up everything else, right? I was having a conversation over the weekend and I was talking about foundations and many times we want to build this incredible business. We want to build, and become the top leader. We want to build an incredible coaching business, whatever it is you guys want to do. And yet we don't have the solid foundation. And so taking that time to really make sure our foundation is solid and working on our mindset and working on our own personal development is equally important, if not more important than even the outside work we do, because that's the foundation, right? Could you imagine building a skyscraper without a solid foundation? Especially in California where you get earthquakes and stuff like that, you don't have a good foundation. You're in big trouble, right? Well, the earthquakes are actually what's going on in the world in our lives, right? And we have to have a solid foundation in our beliefs, our values, who we are as a person, and then we build on that, right? And so a lot of people out there don't have that though. They're kind of going to and fro wherever the wind's throwing them. And this is a great opportunity to connect with those people, especially with the new year. So what I want you to think about today is we're going to do our post and we're going to go, since it's kind of just all of us who, have been here for a while. What I'd like you to think about is what are you doing in January that is your business can help people with? How are you serving in January? What is the thing that you're going to do to help people? So maybe it's you're going to do a challenge, something that's going to help with your business. Deborah has a great new coffee out. She has the new Rise and Restore. She has some other new things out. She could do a 10-day Rise and Restore challenge, of really getting back centered with rest and nutrition to get your energy back. Well, what a great 10-day challenge. I just gave her a 10-day challenge to do now. She's like, "Ooh, that's a good idea." You know, it's all about creating relationship that bring people into your tribe. And then in that tribe, finding the people that are going to stay with you and continue on the journey with you, right? Because not everybody does, and that's okay. So what I want you to think about is what are you doing in January to serve? What are you doing in January to help these people, right? And what are you doing in January also to help yourself that you can share with people also? Maybe you're going to go on your own health journey. Maybe you're creating this your own challenge for yourself. It's funny that oh, I want to say Fusella, but that's not his name. Andy Fusella. Andy Frisella. Andy Frisella. 75 Hard actually came from a challenge he started with himself. He actually didn't promote it at first. It was something he did with himself. So one neat thing to think about also is starting conversation and maybe doing a challenge with yourself or maybe just five close friends. Five friends that you want to work on an area of your life in. And then you start having that conversation online of your results as you're going, which creates more momentum in it as well. So lots of different neat things that we could do. Let's make a post together and let's see some ways that we can do that, okay? So let's take Deborah's Rise and Restore challenge, okay? She's just going to get the whole thing laid out for her. Merry Christmas. All right. First of all, of course, this is where you want to be for your official corporate Now Site group. The official corporate Now Site group is where you are going to find your replays. You want to make sure that you're a part of this group. I know all of you are, but always like to reiterate that. And of course, if you want to know more about me, you can find me here. You all know me, so I don't need to go over all that. But feel free to come over here and use any of my posts. My posts are all made with the Nowsite system. Love the Nowsite system for these posts. It's incredible what it does. So you can copy any of these and put it in and make it your own and do that. Okay, now that we've got that covered, let's come over here. So what are some of the different types of posts that Deborah could do for her challenge? Now, her product is Rise and Restore. It's a morning and evening drink, and it's a nutritional drink, right? So if she did something like this, she could do a 10-day Rise and Restore challenge that focuses on nutrition and sleep to regain the energy you used to have. Now that sounds like fun, okay? So we're going to do caption and suggested image because I would never put the image of the product up, first of all, okay? Second of all, I would only put a banner of if I went into something like Canva and made that little square for the challenge or something, or use my own picture or something like that with it, I would do something like that. So there's a couple different things that she could do when starting this challenge, right? She could initially start a post and ask for it to write it, right? So let's do that. And let's heavily rely on the AI, okay? Let's pretend like we're starting to play with this idea straight from the beginning, and let's heavily rely on the AI to help us walk through this, okay? So first thing I can do is, for the social post, write me a post about a challenge I'm going to do, period. This will be a 10-day challenge called Rise and Restore, period. It will be a challenge to help people improve their health and their energy through nutrition and other strategies, period. I'm going to invite people into this challenge to do this challenge with me, and I want them to reach out to me for more info. Now, mind you, I didn't write anything, right? I only told the AI what I wanted. Now, many times I'll say I wanted to say this and this and this, but I'm starting from scratch like I don't know anything, right? Where is Coach Mike? All right. I'm going to do this. Now, there's one other thing that I want to show you that the Nowsite system can do that people are not utilizing. I need to teach an evening class on this because this is bomb. Like, this is really good stuff. Okay. Embark on the 10-day Rise and Restore challenge with me. Let's reclaim our health and energy through nutrition and revitalization strategies. This journey is about nourishing body and soul. Will you rise to the challenge? Reach out to me for info. Let's thrive together. It's okay. Not great. Not bad. I can hit generate again and continue to play with it. If I like the vein that it's going in, I always go down to the AI part and continue on it. If I look at it and I'm like, is me even a real word? I know it's spelled MEH, but I mean, where did that word come from? I got to figure that out. Okay. So when this comes up, Rise and Restore challenge alert. Ooh, that's much more dramatic. Okay. Ready to transform your health and energy? Join me for a 10-day journey filled with nutrition tips and revitalizing strategies. Let's embark on this adventure together, reclaim our vitality. Message me for details. Let's rise and restore. Very cool. Now, this is the next thing Deborah could do, right? Right here, I would break this open and I would put a little bit of my own journey in this of saying, there used to be a time where I never took a day off. I overworked myself. I was exhausted, all the things that Deborah's story could be, right? She can enter in her story there. The other thing that she could do is come down here. And again, one thing I always recommend before you do this, either copy this the way it is or hit get started and throw it over in a Facebook post to hold until you're done, right? Okay. Now, look at this. All of these leaders are starting to do this. I'm teaching you exactly what they do, right? Look at this. This is Tina Joy Carroll. She's one of the top leaders in her company. And guess what? She just spoke on the GoPro stage. She had a dream of doing it from 2016 and just accomplished that this year. Okay. First time. Here is her thing right now, right? She's doing the same thing. It is time. It is that time. Okay. Now, so I'm holding the post up here that I had, and I'm coming back over here. Now, if I like this, I can come over here, and if I don't want to write my own story in this, I can say, rewrite this and insert some of my story of finding my health and energy again after being, why am I typing? Exhausted and sick for so many years. There. Okay. Now, I'm not going to put make it shorter, make it longer, or anything else. I'm just going to say this, rewrite this and insert some of my story. And whatever your story, the bullet points of what you want your story to be, right? And now hit regenerate. But I always suggest keeping the original first. Okay. After years of exhaustion and feeling unwell, I finally embarked on a journey to reclaim my health and energy, and now I'm inviting you to join me. Introducing the Rise and Restore Challenge. Over the next 10 days, I'll be sharing nutrition tips and revitalizing strategies that help me transform my life. Let's take this journey together and rediscover our vitality. Message me for details. Let's rise and restore. Okay. Beautiful. I love this. Now, she can play with it some more, but there's one other thing I want to show you because this is not getting utilized enough, or at least I don't see that it's getting utilized enough. So we're going to come over here. So we have our post, right? Now, if you're going to do a challenge like this, or you're going to get this idea of how you're going to get people together to do something with you, because remember, the research study at the Association of Network Marketing Professionals showed that people were looking for community. They were looking for connection more than that they were looking for a business, right? They were looking for a place to belong, not to fit in, as Brene Brown says. So I'm going to come over here. Now, there's this thing right over here under My AI Manager. It's My AI Chat. Okay. This thing is the bomb. Seriously. It's not getting used enough. Okay. We come over here to New Chat. Now, watch this. Write me out the bullet points of a 10-day challenge that I want to do called Rise and Restore, period. In this challenge, I want to incorporate nutrition, sleep, and revitalizing activities to help people feel more like their energetic self again, period. Please write out the points that I should do each day. All right, guys, ready? Let's see what it gives us. And this is where we put on the Jeopardy music. Do, 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 do. Do 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 do. And like magic, Deborah, you have your challenge all set up for you. Okay, now let's come over here and let's check out what it said. Remember, this is just first round. Absolutely. I'd be thrilled to help you outline your Rise and Restore 10-day challenge. The challenge sounds like a fantastic way to help people rejuvenate and reconnect with their vibrant selves. Here's a draft in your challenge for your challenge. Day one, kickstart with hydration and intention setting. Start the morning with a glass of lemon water to hydrate and awaken the digestive system. Now, she could keep that, or she could say start the day with her Rise, which is the product, right? Spend 10 minutes journaling with intentions for the last 10 days. Okay, for the next 10 days. Two, nutritious breakfast and morning meditation. She can talk about her Rise again and then what she suggests, because remember, she's a certified health coach. So she could say, this is, a great idea for breakfast and stuff like that. Day three, sleep and bedtime routine, right? Day four, walks and mindful eating. I will tell you, walks are one of the best things for your brain. They are fabulous. And people don't even realize one of the best ways to prevent dementia and Alzheimer's is walking. No joke. Not kidding. Newest research is showing the more blood flow that you get to your brain, the better off you are. And guess what gets the blood pumping? Walking. Okay. Digital detox. This is one of my favorites. I made everybody do a challenge last year. I think it was last January, where I made everybody get off Facebook for a while. Now I know now I'm not telling you guys to do this. We all build, but it was like only to do their work and not to scroll. It was a stopping scrolling. It was a Facebook fast of scrolling, and we were just doing our work. It broke so many patterns for people, right? So digital detox, it's great to do our work, but we also need to be able to get outside and do all the other things as well. Okay. Don't anybody write me an email or anything about telling everybody to get off Facebook. I'm not, no, just don't scroll 10 hours a day on Facebook. Okay. Day six, gratitude, reflection, and healthy snacking. What a great thing. Seven, nature connection and deep breathing. Okay. Day eight, strength training and protein focus. Day nine, creative cooking and early bedtime. Day 10, reflection and celebration. And here's the thing, it could be as simple as a Facebook group where you're doing a live each day talking about the subject and everybody just participates and says what they did and stuff like that. Simplest thing ever. So this AI chat is amazing, you guys. Like seriously, ask it anything. It is the bomb. So let's come over here. So once we get our post made, what I would suggest doing, yeah, and here's the thing, message me for details. That's exactly what I want you to do. Don't put a web address in. Get the conversation going. Change the image. Now you can either use your own image or you can put an image in here from what you want. If we're going to use the images in here, let's see, healthy woman. Sorry, Johnny. He's like, okay. So let's see. You could use something like this. You could use something like, I would never use that photo. That was beyond strange. This is good. You could do something like this. You could add text to the image. Are you ready to rise and restore your health and energy? Join me. Okay, you could do something as simple as this. Now, I would honestly suggest really seriously using your own photo in this. You will get much better traction with your own photo. However, uh, look at this. I'll do it like that. That's fine. And you could have your own photo underneath here and use these words too. So that could be a neat way to do that also. All right, let's change the opacity so it's darker so you can actually see the words a little bit better. Okay. And we'll hit OK. When we hit OK, I can take this down. I can edit it and bring this down to be a little bit more centered. And then, of course, hit Get Started, Post, Photo, right in here. And honestly, what I would do is I would put a title statement at the very beginning. So I would do something like this. I would put a title statement at the beginning. And then probably throw some emojis in there. You know, you can have a little angry emoji. You can have lots of different emojis, whatever emojis you want to use. But I'd probably put some emojis in there and then put the rest of it down there. Something to catch the title. I'm done and I have had it. Ever said those words? After years of exhaustion and feeling unwell, I finally embarked on a journey to reclaim my health and energy. And now I'm inviting you to join me. Introducing the Rise and Restore Challenge. You know, something at the beginning. It could be like, remember at the beginning one from before, Rise and Restore Challenge Alert. That was great. Something, but notice it's all caps, it's big, and it's bold at the beginning. It really sets the statement of what the post is about, right? So that's a really great way of being able to do that post. All right, let's go put 5 minutes on the board. Let's do and let's go do our post, right? Now, here's the thing. If you're not ready to, I'm going to show you one other thing real quick. If you are not ready to decide which kind of challenge to do yet or what you want to do in January, or you're still mulling it over and kind of thinking about it, which is perfectly fine, here's one great thing you can do. I'm going to show you super, super quick because this is easy. Starting conversations now is going to help you so much more later, right? So let's come over here. I'm going to come over to the Nowsite system here, and then I'm going to come over here to social post, and I'm going to do a short text only post. And I'm going to say, what has been your biggest struggle with keeping your energy throughout the day? Question mark. Doing some research. And then I'll put, and it may just give me, okay. So remember we wanted under 130 characters if we're going to use Facebook's idea of being able to put the colored background in, right? Okay, I'm diving into research and need your insights. What's your biggest struggle when it comes to keeping your energy up during the day? Okay, now I'm gonna guess that this is already way too long. I did not preface it by saying, give me under 130 characters. However, I can take a part out of it. So I'm going to copy that part. I'm going to hit get started. I'm going to hit post. When I do, I'm going to ask for the colored background. I'm going to go like this. Now, when I paste it in there, it's going to disappear, right? Because it's over the 130 character. Now, what's your biggest struggle when it comes to keeping up your energy during the day? Let me take out up to here and see how we are on color. Um, mm, let's do this. That's not what I want. Okay. Okay, something as simple as that. Remember, all you're doing is asking a question to start conversation. If you ask a question each week, starting 10 new conversations each week, 52 weeks a year, it's 520 new conversations you started through comments. Even if only 5 of those become customers or business builders, that's still pretty impressive, right? Takes very, very little to start conversation. The key is keeping it up. So when you do this, you're going to, of course, post, and then you're going to comment on the posts as people comment on yours, right? You're going to comment back and ask a question. If you do that, you can start asking and getting ideas for things as you are developing what you want to do for January. Was that helpful? Does that make sense? Okay. All right. Everybody ready to make your post? Let's go take 5 minutes, make our post real quick, and then get you guys out of here. I'm excited to see what you guys are going to come up with for January. I've already seen some really fun stuff. Okay, let's do questions, and then we can do some shared posts too if you want. Danielle?
Hi, Elizabeth.
Hi,
So
honey.
as you know, we have, 13 plus areas where we can help people.
Right?
So could I just pick like a couple and just focus on those?
Absolutely. So your new patch, the boost patch, would probably be a great place to start because it is new and it already has momentum within the company and stuff like that.
Yes.
So just kind of like what Deborah's new product is Rise and Restore, yours is Boost. You could do that same kind of revitalizing energy challenge. And one of the key components of it is the patch, and then the other things that go with it. Because our products are amazing, but our products are not the end all of everything. We still need sleep and we still need prayer,
100%.
all these other things that we do, right?
100%.
So when we make a challenge, the challenge always has the component of something from our company, but it's not the only thing. So we incorporate it in what we're trying to teach people through a challenge or something like that is a lifestyle of using the product because really what we want is a long-term customer, not just somebody who just bought once and then never used it again, right?
Right, right, right. So
So
it's
that would be one. You have a weight loss patch, that could be another one. You
a
have,
sleep patch, which, so
yeah.
many people have, yeah. And
Oh,
one
10
for,
days to better sleep challenge.
pardon?
10 days to better sleep challenge. Oh, that would be amazing. Like, seriously? And then you could talk about bedtime routine, creating a routine for your body, like, and use the AI. Like, ask the AI, write me a challenge.
Okay, great. Awesome. Thanks.
You're welcome. All right, Deborah.
So in this particular example that you did, normally we don't use the product name in our post, but
Normally we don't.
right. And so
That name is so good.
it is.
Like, I'm sorry, but Steve and Michelle came up with a brilliant idea for a name for a product.
Yes, they did.
So normally, no, I wouldn't. But in this case, if I was going to do this challenge, I would call it the Rise and Restore Challenge because first, unless they're in your company, they're not going to know what that product means anyways, right? And secondly, it's so good. Like they nailed it on the head, right? Like that's a great name, especially for that product. So,
Absolutely. All
yeah.
right. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, Carol.
Hi, am I off mute?
Yeah,
Can you hear
that
me?
pink is so pretty on you. Like that is a gorgeous color.
I wanted to know, where is the Facebook hold you're talking about?
The Facebook what?
Hold, when you put something in hold on Facebook?
Oh, I just act like I'm making a post and then don't finish it and just leave it alone until I go back and finish somewhere else. And then because Facebook isn't going to let you leave that page without either deleting that post and saying that you want it gone, you know? So if I come over here, but it's a great question, right, Carol? If I come over here, like this one right here, if I'm just
Right.
holding this here, if I try to leave or I try to leave the page, it's going to come up and say, leave page, you have unsaved changes. So it's going to warn me that my stuff's still there. So that's all I'm doing. You
Uh-huh.
could put it on a notepad, you could put it on a Google Doc. I just generally throw it on a Facebook thing right here until I'm done, just because then it's right in the right place, anyways.
Okay. And then also, like, is it, should you put your birthday, the whole thing there, the years, or just the month or something? I don't know. I didn't know how much personal information you should, put on Facebook.
Okay, so for your own birthday or for what?
Yeah, I know. And just things, I mean, I had one person contact me, and I did look at them to say they wanted to become friends, and they have same things. They're doing some positive minded things, and there's somebody they think, all right. But then there was also a man that liked my smile and didn't want to send me a friend request unless it was okay with me, and this and that. And I'm like, oh, I don't know.
That's spam. That one's spam. That one is they can't because they're not connected in some way, and so they're trying to get you to friend request them. That one's spam. So that bottom one, that guy thing, that's spam. Um, there's different things. The advantage of putting your birthday on there where your friends can see your birthday, which is the way I have it set, is only friends can see my birthday. You do get birthday messages, which are really nice. It's a great way to connect with people. Some people lock it down completely. But truthfully, I think our information is so far out there already. Like, I mean, you're probably better off getting a lockdown on your credit report and stuff like that than removing your Facebook thing. Because I think at this point, with all the data breaches and everything else, everybody's pretty much got everything. I think we need to be safe, but and it really it's personal preference. Like I have my birthday there for friends, but I have 5,000 friends or 2,000 friends or something like that, and not all of them know me. I know that, it's I use this for my business. So I don't know. I guess it's really up to you. I guess that's the best way I could answer that.
All right, thanks.
But, having some sort of identity protection thing, probably a good idea when you're building online anyways for anybody, right? Like just, some service that monitors your credit, monitors all your stuff, and probably a good idea. I don't sell one, by the way, so just so everybody knows, I'm not trying to get anybody enrolled in anything. All right. How's everybody doing on questions and stuff like that? Everybody doing good? Did anybody come up with any fun posts? All right. Paul enjoyed the day off with 14 folks there. Yay. And you are going to be rocking and rolling in 2025. How do you get more followers? Well, I'll tell you, the way you get more followers is first, number one, doing what we're saying here. Second of all, going into groups is a great way of getting followers. Going into groups, and we've talked a lot about groups. Groups is probably one of the best ways to really get people engaged in what you're doing who don't know you. The next best way to get followers is Reels. reels and video is your thing. So if you could do groups and reels, if you get really good at both of those, you'll blow it out of the water fast. Like Steve went from 3,000 to 8,000 followers just by doing reels. So if you can do reels, that's a great way to do that. All right. Anybody have any posts anybody want to share today? Deborah has that look. She gets this look.
Mine's not loading, it's slow dragging, and it's like,
I gotta tell you, my internet when I lived in Colorado was a million times better than the internet that I have now. We had gig internet out there, and it's shocking to go back to slower internet. It's not terrible, but it's a big difference from what I used to have. And I'm so used to like, oh, I can make a replay go up in like 5 seconds, or I could do this in 5 seconds, and now it's just like going. Oh, Jenny, that sunrise is beautiful. Oh, well, I'm glad everybody had a great weekend or a great holiday.
Thank you. It was gorgeous outside this morning, only for a teeny bit. By the time we started walking up the hill, I could turn around and see the sun reflecting on one of the four peaks. And then all of a sudden the sky was just covered with clouds and the color was gone.
Yeah. Arizona has some of the most beautiful sunrises and sunsets like I've ever seen. All right. Well, if nobody wants to share your post and the internet's not behaving, I'm going to let you guys go early. So, Monday, be ready to rock and roll. I think I have to ask Adrian. I think we're off New Year's Day, but I'm not sure. So I will find out from him over the weekend what our schedule is for the next week. And I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Do something really, really nice for yourself. And you think about this, remember January is a great time where people are thinking about losing weight, getting out of debt, changing their life. Those New Year's resolutions come up and it's like, and we know New Year's resolutions don't work, but doing things together in community does. So think about how you can create community around your team, around your product, even bringing your team here, how you can create more community with that as well. And then on Monday, we'll get ready to hit it hard and we'll have a good, fun time. So I love you guys. I hope you have a wonderful day. Yeah, Carol?
What were the three things again? Community, connection, and what was the other that you mentioned
Now or earlier?
earlier? Yeah, in the beginning. Things
Listen,
that
they're looking for community. They're looking for connection. What did I say?
what people want really. Yeah.
Community?
A place to belong.
Yes, that's it. Thank you, Dr. Lisa. A place to belong.
Thanks.
And that A&MP report was really, it was surprising. Like it was surprising. It was the exact opposite of what so many leaders thought, and it's transformed so many businesses. So great piece of research. All right. Well, let's have a wonderful weekend. Remember the rule, do something nice for yourself. Take a little time for you, get reset and restored. And we will be back on Monday at 11 a.m. Eastern Time, 8 a.m. Pacific for my AI Live. We'll also do some more video work and stuff like that. We'll show some different areas of ways that you can build in January. So we're going to have a lot of fun together. And thank you for being a part of this amazing community. I love hanging out with you guys every day. It's such a blessing in my life. And you guys mean the world to me. So thank you. Have a wonderful day, y'all.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye, you guys.
Everyone.
Bye,
Welcome.
Cheryl. Was that
Bye,
Cheryl that answered that? Or was that Dr. Lisa?
Cheryl.
Oh, Cheryl, thank you for the answer, honey.
Oh, no.
Oh,
That
no.
wasn't me. I just said goodbye. I didn't answer
Oh, okay.
anything.
That was Dr. I
I'm
thought it was Dr. Lisa.
No, no.
Like,
I'm
that
s-
sounds like Dr. Lisa. All right. You guys have a
Mm.
wonderful day, y'all. Bye, everyone.